The world is at its end. Wild, accelerationist cults set fire to the cities. Pastoral baronies become insatiable, hungering mouths upon mouths. Only your ragtag band of guilt-ridden adventurers can kindle a glimmer of hope to stop the ancient, encroaching evil. With these new terrors, a new light emerges, kindling the flames for salvation. The new character has arrived. Introducing the Runaway. That's right, everyone. The final character has been announced, along with a whole host of additional gameplay. I don't want to spoil all the details, because there are a lot of things to talk about. So be sure to check out the online article by Game Informer for all of the details, or pick up their print copy, issue 338. What we know now is the following. Yes, it will follow a similar pathing style to games like Faster Than Light or Slay the Spire, where you choose which nodes to visit. The continued journey now relies on keeping your torch alight, with Chris Barassa, the co-founder of Red Hook, explicitly stating that the dark here is not sustainable, end quote. And you're using it to keep the monsters at bay. Lose the light, and you'll be tossed into what I can only imagine to be a body horror extravaganza, especially with these lovely new screenshots of just one set of enemies that you'll have to face. We also know now, for certain, that there is a meta currency to keep you playing through multiple runs, simply called Hope, which unlocks various things in your future runs, including components, characters, skills, and permanent boosts. As with many games of this style, and kind of similar to the original Darkest Dungeon, you must focus on resource management and pathing. Choose a boss fight or heal. Each has an opportunity cost that you must be prepared to accept. Permadeath is still very much going to be a thing as well, and you can't go back from where you came, so new heroes along the way are the only way to replenish your team. This is further complicated by the social mechanics that they'll introduce. Slapping a new member in will certainly change the mechanics of the party, so even if you're lucky enough to get the same class of character at the next inn, it might not be the same party anymore. Now let's get to the new character, the Runaway. This character is a fire-based fighter, with what looks like a high mobility focus and a slight amount of healing. That said, the nuances of the skills that have been released are still very veiled, with healing seemingly being relegated to outside of fights. But then there's in-combat healing with some sort of trade-off for things like the Grave Robber, and it looks like the Runaway will be similar with that kind of trade-off mechanic, so it's complicated. Which is good. Darkest Dungeon 2 will have to play off these nuances and learning opportunities, and we as players will have to adapt as the long and winding road continues. Thanks for watching this, but there's still much more to come. Next time, we'll be talking about the factions and speculating into what kind of biomes are going to be announced as we move closer and closer to release. The Plague Eaters, which have been featured in this video, are the first faction we've heard about, and they, in all their horrific glory, deserve their own video. You can know when that video comes out by hitting the subscribe button, or just like the video. YouTube's algorithm will prioritize these kinds of videos for you in the future if you do either of those. Thanks for watching, and all the best to you on your journeys ahead.